Welcome to Home Team Advantage. This is Mike Egan alongside Gary Giambetti, and we're here to talk about today's goings on in sports, even though he's trying to get me going already on politics. But
You even got me confused on that
You
one.
know,
This
yeah.
is Mike and I'm Joe. And
Yeah,
by the
I'm
way,
Joe.
it's like Waldo. Where is Joe?
yeah, so now I lost my spot in here. Thanks a lot, Mike. Appreciate it.
And we're brought today by our unofficial sponsor, Caribou Coffee. But you
Well,
left your cup out
yeah,
there.
I did. It was getting too cold, so I couldn't bring it in here.
No, he doesn't. He's drinking Latamoto. What?
Turtle mocha, actually,
Yeah, that's right.
today.
And what did Ron say? They're cold-blooded anyway.
Yeah,
so.
turtles are cold-blooded, so. But I got to get back to where the site I was at.
You know, that's the quickest I've ever seen him move. Beside him, his wife tell him to wash the dishes.
Well, he doesn't need to bring it in here. I mean, but I
Oh,
suppose.
look, we're gonna get him on camera now.
No, you're not.
No, we're not.
Yeah, he's gonna find a way around that.
Here, come.
So there we go. Our unofficial, official sponsor, Caribou Coffee.
Let's. What's this? Let's boo this. Boo this.
Let's boo this. Well, you know
Is that a New Orleans
That's
thing
how they
because
are.
of the Super Bowl?
so. Which
Anyways.
is coming up this weekend, right? Super Bowl
Sunday.
Sunday. Do we even care?
Not really. I
I
mean, am I going to make a point to sit down and watch it? And no, if I have something else better to do, I'm going to.
Yeah, I know. I won't watch
Sounds
it.
like we'll be out shoveling snow.
I would be. It would be interesting to see Kansas City win a third straight one. Now I know people get sick of hearing about Kansas City all the time, but Philadelphia, I don't have an issue with the team. I have an issue with their fans, like most probably people have an issue with their fans, and I don't want to see them to win another Super Bowl because they've already won one.
Wait, their fans, the only stadium in the NFL that has a jail underneath it. What's
Yeah.
that tell you?
Yeah, because that shows you that they have model citizens going to their football
They also do
games.
target practice.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, and, the biggest joke is where they booed Santa Claus how many years
Throws
ago?
snowballs at them.
Yeah, so I don't. But hey, you can't deny that they're talented. Their offensive line is great. Jalen Hurts is pretty good. Saquon Barkley is really good.
Yep.
He should have. I think they made a mistake when they didn't let him go for that rushing record.
They should have.
Yeah, he should have.
But
He should have had that easy.
it's going to come down to whether it's not whether Philadelphia is better than Kansas City or Kansas City better than Philadelphia. It's going to come down to which official is going to throw the little yellow flag at which convenient time to help the Kansas City
Well,
Chiefs.
then you will see. I probably won't. I won't watch it to see it, but I bet I hear about it the next day when somebody said, when
Hey,
somebody,
but Taylor Swift's going to be there.
well, if you like Taylor Swift,
So is Mr. Trump.
yeah, he's going to be there.
We'll have to put him in the same booth.
Probably not. I'm sure he wants nothing to do with her.
And vice versa. Anyways, let's get back to high school.
Okay.
Boys basketball.
Boys basketball. On Tuesday they lost to Superior 68-60, but considering that back on January 9th they lost 86-39, that's quite the improvement.
Yes.
And nothing went right for Hibbing that night, and everything went right for Superior. But at least this time, Superior's pretty good. They're a solid team, so to get beat by 8 wasn't so bad.
No.
And then last night, they tried to travel to Hill City to play Piers.
Because Pierce didn't have enough funding to get a bus.
Bus all the way up to Hibbing,
Yeah.
evidently.
Well,
which
they only give them half a tank of gas.
evidently. But so I don't even know. I mean, whether that's true or not, I have no idea. But so they played in Hill City, which is kind of funny because Hill City was at Chisholm last night. So they had an open gym, obviously. But to last night, they beat Piers 83-79. So,
Good.
and I don't know what kind of rich basketball history Piers has, but it is down by Brainerd,
Mm-hmm.
and that's usually pretty good basketball
Right.
country right in that area around there. So that's a nice win for them. On Monday, they host Duluth Marshall, which has that Brooks Johnson kid on it who's pretty solid.
Who they won last night. Marshall did.
Oh, yeah.
Beat Central, I think.
Okay. And then Thursday is the big game where they host Cloquet. And let's see here.
And Cloquet in their their
Clo-
division has a better record, correct?
They're the only one that has a better record than
Yep.
we do. And the last time we played them on December 20th, they beat us 100-68.
Oof.
So, but Hibbing was still pretty green at that point. So that'll be a big test on Thursday next week to see how much they've improved against Cloquet, because that'll be one of the teams they're going to have to deal with in the section along with Duluth Denfeld. And they played Denfeld on the 20th of February, but that's down at Duluth Denfeld. So,
Yeah, they looked good the other night though when they were playing.
oh yeah, and Ray Brow, did we talk
Yeah,
about that?
no,
Got his
no.
1,000 point. He only made, I don't know if I'm tongue in cheek or not when I say this, but most players now are hitting 1,000 points. It's pretty commonplace, but with the 3-pointer, it makes it
Yeah. Nobody,
makes it easier.
but he's only still a sophomore.
Well, he's only a sophomore, but his only thing is he's only hit in his 2.5 years. Well, because he played as an 8th grader and then he played that last year. He's only made 4 3-pointers in his career. So
That's nice.
Ray's doing it actually the hard way by having to get twos and free throws.
I didn't know. I always, and I could be wrong, and I probably am wrong because I'm wrong quite a bit of the time. But I thought your points didn't count until you started, like ninth. Is it ninth? Or
No,
10th?
as long as you're on varsity,
As long as you're on varsity.
your
Oh,
points count.
okay.
So, whatever. I don't know what he had as an 8th grader. I don't know. I remember him playing some, but I don't remember him dominating and playing like 30 minutes a game or anything like that. Maybe he did.
Yeah. He didn't rest once the other night when I was watching him play.
No. And I don't know how much of a factor that's going to be because he just doesn't. He's about 7 deep, I think, on his bench. And I don't know how that's going to play out.
Yeah.
I mean, as it gets down closer and closer to playoffs, I think you have to rest some of these guys at some point. But you were at the Hill City Chisholm game last night. I think that starting 5 for Hill City played the whole game.
Yep.
Or they maybe subbed 1 or 2 guys in, but
Yep.
that big Roper kid, I think he played every minute.
Yeah.
So, and he was not quite as tall as Ray, I don't think, but if you wanted an offensive lineman,
He's it.
yeah.
Well, actually, their whole team looked big.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
But that kid was, I mean, he pushed people around like they're flies. I mean, he did, arms were swinging, and he get inside, and there's just no way they could stop him.
No, they really did have no answer. And I know Nick Milani mentioned after the game that the only thing he said at halftime was make your shots and contain number 33.
Yeah. Who ended up with over 30 points?
He had 33 points, I think. But I didn't think, I mean, he had 22 of those in the first half.
Yeah.
I think they didn't feed him enough in the second half.
No, and Chisholm made some nice threes, to go ahead and take the lead. But yeah, it was a fun game to watch.
Yeah, it was very competitive, and that's exactly
A
what
learning game, as I call
Yeah.
it.
No, Hill City, though, again, has a lot of seniors, I think. So, at some point he's going to have to play probably more guys.
Yeah.
But we're not Hill City fan line here, I guess. But just to let you know that other things are going on, and there's some very good games
Yeah.
throughout the region.
Hey, we go all over the world,
That's right.
right?
That's true. Oh, yeah, we were supposed to mention that for the first time in 23 years, Hibbing one-act play
It's going to the state
is going to the state.
competition.
Yep, it's tomorrow.
Yep.
So it's
Is it a competition? They call it a competition or a tournament?
It's more of a showcase.
Okay.
showcase. If you can't hear our disembodied voice, it's a
It's not like
showcase.
the first, second, or third place. They're,
Just a showcase.
yeah. type of
Okay.
thing.
So who
How many kids are on that? Do you know?
I think they can't have more than 15 total, including your tech people, your prop people, all that.
Okay.
stuff.
So the prop people, technical people, and the
And
actors
and directors.
is
yeah.
15.
who was the director? So we give her, is
Well,
it
that's Megan Reynolds.
Megan Reynolds is the director. We want to give her a shout out for doing a fine job with the one act plays. And does she do the other, like the spring and the fall?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's the drama
Drama
department.
So
She's
they
the
gotta
head of it.
They gotta bring the set down there, and the whole one act plays have to be fit into a 10-foot square area.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So,
It's
hey,
really
good luck.
Kinda like my apartment.
Yeah, they can hold it in
10-foot
your
area.
apartment.
Yeah, they were the Section 7 champs.
Yep,
Nice.
Section 7 champs, so congratulations
23 years,
to
that's a
them.
great accomplishment.
Yeah. And we don't know, have they ever had math competitions lately, or don't we know how that stuff's
I
going
don't
on?
know, a lot
Math
of those
team.
kids were in speech, but.
Okay.
that-
Well, okay, so hopefully, let me know or let us know how they're
Well,
doing, and we'll certainly broadcast it, so people will know.
We're not just strictly sports here. We
Nope,
like
we're
to
not.
cover the genre of all activity at the
Yep.
school.
Except we don't know a thing about math.
We don't think about that. I thought, drinking average, I thought that's something you did with a yo-yo.
Yeah, I don't even,
Never mind. Yeah,
geometry
was
was, that was the killer for me, so
Are you gonna sing the song?
I didn't.
Not so,
So I didn't even know about trig or calculus. I
Yeah.
wasn't smart enough to get into those advanced math classes.
With the Bergens.
Yeah, that's right. Well, the English, one of them taught English. I was in that.
That's right, yeah.
I could understand that part of it.
Yeah.
He might be the reason why
You became an announcer?
I'm not, well, a writer.
Rewriter?
Yeah.
There you go.
If you think I'm, if I'm any good, if you think I'm any good.
Oh,
he'd
come
be
on
one of
now.
the reason. Okay, well,
well.
Not everybody, likes
You're the
what you
best
do.
guy in Hibbing.
Well, yeah, I know I'm the only guy.
Oh, wait a minute, you're the
Yeah.
only guy in Hibbing.
So that's not a shock.
I've always said on this show, I think you do a fantastic job on your coverage of all athletic and non-athletic activities, and
Well,
it's a
thank you.
pleasure for me to sit here and talk to you every Thursday, Friday, whatever day it is.
Thursday or Friday. Today's Friday,
Friday.
obviously. But and then we're segueing again. But remember that I haven't heard anything about this Kerry Lake Ski Challenge.
Oh, yeah.
That's coming up next Saturday. I think
Okay.
it starts like at 10 or 11 or something out at Kerry Lake, obviously.
Well, they got the snow.
Well, they have snow now, so
and
I
it's
hope.
supposed to be
I hope,
below zero
I hope
next week.
Lisa. Yeah, I hope Lisa and her committee are having are a little bit more optimistic
Good.
about having the event take place. So hopefully their signups have been good. I haven't heard anything since the story ran on it. So, but hopefully that works out.
Good.
Getting back to sports, the boys hockey team beat Superior 7-0 on Monday, and they had go to Detroit Lakes, I believe, Saturday for a 2:00 game.
Okay.
Now the 7 goals, fantastic, but I think they have to now. We talked about this before. They have to average, not 7, but I mean, 4 to 5 goals a game. I think right now, if they really want to, it's going to be tough because Cloquet and Hermantown are not going away.
No.
So, and they do play Cloquet coming up here, I think, too. So they're going to get them again. I think that's next week as well. So good luck to the boys hockey team. Girls hockey team had their Section 7A playoff game on Tuesday over at the Iron Trail Motors Event Center in Virginia, and they took on Rock Ridge, and unfortunately the Blue Jackets lost 4-0.
Yep.
So their season's over.
Done.
It's a matter of scoring goals.
Yep.
If you're averaging, if you're giving up 3 goals a game and you're only scoring 2.5 goals a game, that doesn't compute.
Yeah. Well, as their coach had said, and I think any coach would say, you got to put the puck on the net. You got to shoot it.
Yeah.
This. Sometimes you overthink and overpass.
Mhm.
So, but
Well, and they had evidently their last regular season game with Rock Ridge. They missed the net. They had 4 or 5 1-on-0s on their goalie, and couldn't hit the net.
is that a defenseman?
No, there's no defenseman.
Oh, no.
They were going all alone in on Rock Ridge's goalie. All alone, baby. And so, all you can say now is, congratulations, a nice job by the seniors. They all did a fantastic job this year. Not going to name them because I don't know who they all are. I know some of them, but I'm not going to leave a name out.
Yep.
And for the rest of the girls who are fairly young, there's a lot of 9th and 10th graders.
So the future looks bright.
Work, lift weights, work on your shooting. Audrey Miner right now would be the biggest bet that she's gonna hopefully explode because she's got some goals this year. But yeah, it takes more than one person.
Right.
I mean, you got to have 3, 4, or 5 scorers on your team to really succeed. But take the off season, take some time off, play a spring sport if you're in one. I suppose that sounds stupid probably, but
Put it this way, highly recommend you play a spring sport.
yeah, do something.
Yeah.
Whether it's running or even softball. There's not that many girls' sports in the spring, is there?
Well, it's golf,
Golf, yeah, golf, swim, track, softball.
softball.
Tennis is for boys in the spring, and so. But yeah, do that. Lift. I mean, practice, especially start shooting.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can get a net put up at home, do it, and then work on your shot every day, and pick out corners and become what they call a sniper, and
Sniper.
you'll be fine. So please do that. But they're done. Alpine skiers had their section on Tuesday. The Northland, whether it be Hibbing or Rock Ridge, got shut out from anybody going to state. It's no surprise that Cook County, I think, won the boys. That they've been dominating all year, and I can't remember who won the girls, but our boys were like 11th, and Rock Ridge was probably 5th.
Okay.
And then our girls were up in the top 10 somewhere, like 6th, 5th, 6th, or 7th in there. And
So respectable.
yeah, it's respectable because now you got teams from coming down from the south. And
Right.
I don't know where they have hills down there, but
Excuse me. Teams coming down from the
they're
south?
coming up from the south.
Coming up?
All
Okay.
right.
Whew, man,
Yeah. All right. Sorry, misspoke.
I hope you didn't put that in the paper.
No. And I want to thank Zach Johns right now on the air because Zach is our local affiliate for ski racing. So he
Keep you abreast of everything.
I think he drives the bus to the events, and then he covers them for us. And
Oh,
he
nice.
does a great job talking to both Benji Neff of Rock Ridge and Bryce Wally of Hibbing.
Good.
So the skiers they get pretty good coverage when Zach does that.
Good.
So thank you, Zach, for being able to do that for us.
So we got the girls basketball.
Girls basketball played Rock Ridge
Ooh,
Tuesday. I think it was like 68-21,
something like that. Yeah.
something. And I hate to say it, but at least he called the horses off there a little bit.
At the end.
Yeah, at the end, the second half, he put his subs in with like 9 minutes to go. So
We're talking about Rock Ridge.
yes,
Yeah.
and Hibbing's just. I don't know where to go, where to delve into that. I mean, they don't shoot the ball well.
No. They have some. I look at it this way, and it's not a knock on coaching or players or anything else. It's just the knowledge of the game and what you should expect to happen and where the ball you think. I mean, it's just overall common knowledge of how you play the game of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Rock Ridge has it.
Oh,
I mean, they probably could have scored a lot more points, but I think what their coach wanted them to do was share the ball a little bit more and take care of the ball a little bit better. And
yeah. And they've got everything covered. They got outside shooting with the Lampies. They got that inside center girl, and I can't remember her name. But she's out shooting threes too.
well,
so,
Westby, it's
yeah.
Westby, and then
Westby's
there's
in.
Maya Lampa and Lexi Lampa.
Yeah. No, they're well coached, and they run the floor very well.
Yeah, they do.
So
I'm not sure. They have North Branch here on Saturday at the Lincoln
at 2.
at 2:00,
Yep.
I believe. No, it might be at 1.
Is it 1? Okay.
It might be 1:00.
I thought it was like 12:30 and 2, but check your local listings.
Yeah, it'll be in the paper tomorrow, the times of the games.
Yep.
Because I know there's swimming, because Hibbing has their Hibbing Invite swimming meet tomorrow
At the high school.
at the high school. So that's why they're over at the Lincoln.
Right.
So hopefully the swimmers, that'll be some good competition at the swimming meet tomorrow as well. So
See, it's nice how you segued into that.
yeah,
Covered swimming
Yep.
too.
and because I know that starts at 1, and I'm pretty sure the girls' basketball game is at 1, and then the Hibbing men's basketball team, college, plays Mesabi Range at 3.
Wow.
So I know that from 1 to 3, I knew there was time to get to to, you know, from the girls'
You have
game
to
over to
cover
the
all
college
three?
game. Well, I'll stop by all three of
Good.
them. Whether or not I can see all of it, I won't. That's what I won't do. But
So they give you a press pass so you can enter all those events?
oh yeah,
Sure you didn't go into the men's room and take that press thing off the,
no.
an old Laurel and Hardy movie where they took the press button off it?
Yeah, press. So that I think that covers.
Yeah. Hey, we
just
don't have much
about-
time for professional sports, but
No, well, I think we're done with the
high school,
High school.
local, amateur. So anyways, Super Bowl, you're going with,
I'll go with Kansas City.
I'm taking Philadelphia. I think their running game will dominate the
Yeah.
game, so. Depends how many holding calls the refs call. So,
Yeah, yeah. Well, you already made that pretty clear
Yeah.
earlier in the show.
Wild won last night, 2-1 over the Hurricane.
Yeah, that's not a bad win for
No.
them.
Timberwolves won. They just don't look good when you watch them.
Well,
I don't know if they're getting if that's going to get better. You know, the big sports news was the dude from Dallas got traded because he's overweight and doesn't want to exercise.
doesn't play defense. So
You know what really showed? I'm sorry to interrupt you. You know what really showed how much respect he has on that team? They showed him standing in the walkway, and his fellow teammates were walking by to say goodbye to him. Maybe 3 of the 10 shook his hand. The rest just walked right
right by him.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that part of
Yeah.
it.
So
Well, that's unfortunate
Yeah.
because he's a very good player. What bugs me is though, I mean, the Woosby Houston, which Houston's playing well this year, so that's a nice win for them, especially division or a conference or
Right.
division win, whatever it was. But
and they're still, I think, in 7th place.
well, they're
7th or 6th.
yeah, and Julius Randle's out with a
Yeah.
groin tear
Yeah.
or a groin injury. I shouldn't say it's a tear because I don't know.
Yep.
So they'll be missing him, and then Dante DiVincenzo's out with a bad toe.
Yeah.
Geez, where did we have
I never
that
heard
happen
one.
before?
Yeah.
Who the heck had that?
That was wasn't it Buxton?
Oh yeah, well no, Correa or
Correa,
Buxton
one of
had
those, yeah, one of
bad
the-
toe.
Speaking of the Twins,
Yeah, speaking of the Twins,
the no move Twins don't have an owner. Twins.
Well, yeah, they made a move. They signed Harrison Bader.
Who?
Yeah, and he's an Gold Glove outfielder.
He's a hater.
Well, yeah, he's won a Gold Glove.
What do they need an outfielder?
Well,
for?
you know, Kepler's gone.
I know he's gone.
Yeah, so I mean, they
Should have
need
been gone last year
well,
too.
so they need somebody. I can't believe it's just insurance policy in case Buxton gets hurt.
Oh, yeah.
But I hate to say that because the guy is, I mean, he hits about averages around 230 to 240. Hit like 12 home runs last year. Stole like 20 bases, which is something they really need to do this
Yep.
year is steal more bases.
Yeah, and Correa's back full time now.
No, he says
doing
he's
well.
healthy.
Yeah, doesn't have any of those
We
illegal
talked about
diseases.
Royce Lewis getting
Yeah.
married, and
Yeah.
hopefully he doesn't get hurt in game number 1 and misses a whole month or two.
He's settling down now.
Well, hopefully he's taking care of himself, and
And we still have no pitching.
yeah. Well, I don't know. We still have Joe Ryan and
Who?
Pablo
Who?
Lopez, and I don't know who else is coming back. To be honest with
No,
you.
either. It'll be interesting to see what Rocky does. Rocky Balboa or Rocky Marciano, whatever.
Yeah,
his name
Rocky Balboa.
is. The manager.
So that'll happen, and then like you mentioned earlier, Kevin O'Connell was named Coach of the
Coach of
Year.
the year, which I think is deserved, considering this team was picked to end, have 9 losses this year, and he ends up going to the playoff. But unfortunately, you can play as well as you can through the whole year, and then those last 2 games, and I think that is going to destroy Darnold's chances of. My prediction is they're going to put him as a franchise player, trade him, and then they're going to have not the Yankee, but the quarterback they got from New York will be their starting quarterback, and JJ will learn from him. But we'll see.
Well, JJ's supposedly on his way to becoming the starter, so
Yeah.
maybe they'll start him next. Who knows? You never know. It's not till July.
Right. But the
And,
hype starts now.
Yeah, well, after the league, the official league for 2025 season doesn't start till March.
Yeah.
So after the Super Bowl, you'll have your combine, and you'll hear a bunch of rumors there, and then you'll come back and the season will start in March, and then you'll start hearing free agent signings and.
When you thought Darnold was going to get the comeback player of the year last night at the NFL awards, but like they say in the NFL, not for long.
Well, he wasn't actually hurt. I hear cases on both sides, but it usually goes to a player that's been hurt the year before and then comes back and performs well.
And not to be political, but the only thing I don't agree with the NFL, they put too much time and effort and money into things I don't think they should, especially what they put in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
End this, end that, make this. I mean, it's just let's play the game. That's what it's about. Not to be spreading the political mumbo jumbo that they do. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah.
That's probably why I won't watch the Super Bowl, but I will watch the commercials.
Yeah. I might have to make some taco dip Sunday.
Yeah, you gonna watch the halftime show?
No,
Who's playing?
I have no idea.
Neither
Kendrick
do I.
Lamar, I don't
Those
know.
in Kansas City.
Huh? Okay, yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I have no idea who's doing it either.
Yeah, it's too hyped up. Well, if it's hyped up, I guess I should know, but I don't pay attention to that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's
Well, I know
it's
it-
about the game, and you know what? The game, you can't even buy a ticket to the game because it's all corporate.
Yeah. You know what
So-
the average price for a middle seat was? $7,200.
Yeah, well,
That's to sit upstairs and
Yeah.
watch the game with the
that was
pros.
about the cost of my kitchen remodeling. So I put my money into my kitchen
There
and I
you
went
go.
into a Super Bowl ticket. So
All right, well, we've come to the end of another rousing, entertaining show,
beautiful. It's always nice working with you.
and Ron's happy because we're going to not overrun our 27 minutes that we have.
So for Mike Egan, I'm Gary Gimbetti. We'll see you again on Home Team Advantage.
For over 25 years, U.S. Bank, located at 211 East Howard Street in Hibbing, Minnesota, has provided office and studio space for Hibbing Public Access Television. We are thankful for their ongoing support. Up North Lettering specializes in embroidery and heat vinyl press applications, along with patches and letter jackets. For more information, call them at 218-966-7850. HPAT would like to thank them for their donation and support. HPAT thanks Premier Fitness at the Lux for their donation and support. They welcome individual and family memberships. To learn more, call them at 218-440-1191. Hibbing Public Access TV may be viewed on these platforms: hpat.org with video on demand, Mediacom Hibbing 802, 805, and 807. On Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Download the Hibbing Public Access TV app for your iPhone and Android devices. Find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Vimeo. For more information, scan the QR code and go to hpat.org.